So back to us. Let's see again. The story. Our story in this webinar is related to making a movie, which means producing it and selling the film, making a good enough capital gain. How we sell it. So we said we would focus on theatrical release. It means showing the movie into the theaters, but also we will touch the digital platforms and other digital channels. That's what we call all of this entertainment film industry. This field is greatly expanding even now. Social media platforms are available to everyone. Everyone can produce some form of entertainment. You heard people that make millions, out of social media, and that is true. But it's also true that it takes a lot of work to get that kind of level or revenue. Similarly, for example, in film, actors and actresses like let's see, Robert De Niro and Sylvester Stallone, etc. There are few hundreds of famous actors who make millions of dollars in revenue. But how many thousands are lining up to achieve that level? Maybe how many hundreds of thousands are lining up that sort of careers? That's different how they do. These people, they're like more workers of entertainment, They are the workers of the film industry, of video. Here in this webinar, we talk about as a business people, thinking in a business way with the scope to achieve a proper revenue results as expected. Okay, so why film industry then? And then I can say, why not? Film industry is very powerful right now. We have a great number of huge cinema chains around the world. There are tens of thousands of theaters around the world. We hear about billions of dollars in box office revenue for one film. Okay, big deal, blockbuster film. But again, we are going to talk about niche, a small market that is still in demand. And even this one is a multi-million dollar deal. So what do we need to access to this revenue at this level? Of course, the first step to access to this revenue is to understand the industry, to have an experience in the matter. So this is where I come in to share my knowledge and experience in the film industry, being filmmaking for years, having been a business developer for several years around the world. Then I represent a merging between film industry and business development. Then the knowledge and experience in the film industry, from creation to production and distribution, then including promotional marketing, the knowledge in sales, marketing, and finance spontaneously merged. Merge this capability to generate a system to convert the spending on film production to capital gain. It's something that must be planned in all single mechanism, from creation, development, and production of the film product. Then teams, technical, artistic, administration, management, and ultimately distribution, which means sales, which means selling it and having an income. That's an industry, like making a consumer product and selling it to the market. There's no difference as a baseline of business. To obtain a capital gain, we will be well endowed in order to know what is needed for having a final ratio between spending and revenue that ultimately becomes positive. I have spoken many times, in the past, in many videos I did in other podcasts. I guaranteed a guaranteed minimum return on investment of 100%. Somebody of you might have heard that, and then how I meant that? I meant that this means that the distributor guarantees such a return, absorbing any bump that should come in the middle.